very hopeful that the innovation in the gameplay loop will be fun enough to break the repetitiveness that we've been seeing in some other cozy games that released this year. This is what I said about Critter Café in a previous video, and I wish I could go back and tell Miss Bubbles that, girl, you're gonna be disappointed. Critter Café's cute graphics will interest many cozy gamers, but the gameplay loop is so boring that I need to talk about this. In this Before You Buy, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to expect, both good and bad, so you can decide if this is the game for you. And a shout out to Secret Mode for providing me with a game code. So you've been feeling lost and lacking a sense of purpose. And what do you know? Your friend Jessica invites you to go to Gold Leaf Isle to meet some friends and help with a rundown cafe. You customize your character with some hairstyles, clothes, shoes, accessories, etc. And from the get-go, many of you have told me that you don't like characters that look like kids, so if this is not your cup of tea, you have to know that all the characters look this way. They also look a bit familiar, perhaps like a unbubbly game that I covered earlier this year on the channel. And you know, I don't mind this character design as long as they don't feel dead, unlively, and staring into my soul like Chucky. After that, you go to your new cafe, and you can customize it with a free few items. The game in general is gonna let you use your furniture and things to customize for free, so you don't have coins per se to be collecting. Instead, what you collect and level up is both your cafe points and critter relationship points. To increase the cafe points, you open up the shop, customers come in, you take their orders, and then deliver it to them. If you take too long to respond, they're gonna get impatient and a red bubble will begin to fill up. Once you take the order, you have a few machines and items to use, which prompt a quick minigame. For example, a latte will require you to use a coffee machine to design the art by pressing the A and B buttons on your controller at the right time, whereas some desserts and drinks will have you go to the display, memorize the order, and then choose the right item. These minigames are gonna get repetitive and boring very quickly. You can sprint, something that you're gonna find yourself doing pretty much the entire game because your character is as slow as a snail, not as slow as a chill town snail. And yeah, I checked the settings to find like a toggle sprint option, but I didn't find it. Anyways, as soon as you start running the cafe, a mysterious letter is gonna come in and it tells you like, hey, there are other entities in the world that need your help. Not only that, but also, hey, there's this portal that you can go to and you can rescue critters from it. So the loop here is pretty much the same. You're gonna play in the cafe a little bit, then you unlock a portal, you fast travel to this cove that you can find on the map, and you find the portal that was mentioned in the letter or notifications. This area is pretty, and it has different segments added in, like a picnic space, an orchard, and more, and you're gonna find NPCs around, but they don't really do much. At least for the 5 hours that I played, I just saw them like just chilling, and you can't really interact with them. Here you can also find some blueprints to unlock new items, so it's a good idea to take a look around and see what you discover. This was actually fun to do, you know, in between finding portals. And once you find it, you get transported to a little world where you solve the puzzle to reach the critter. This is usually in the form of moving a few blocks around to make your way to the critter. You might have to smash some rocks, for example, or use the buttons on the floor to open different small gates and access more rocks. I'm someone who hates puzzles, you guys know that about me, and funny enough, the puzzles were the most engaging and fun aspect of this game, and that is a lot coming from me. Once you reach the critter, you rescue it, and now it can help you at the cafe in two ways. It will either run around while you serve customers, which I don't know really how they're helping because it's not like they're taking orders or anything. They're just running around aimlessly. However, your relationship with them will increase, which gives you new variations for them to unlock. So these are like skins that you can equip them with. Or you can book a time slot for customers to come and spend time with your critters. They're gonna want specific critters to be involved of like a specific color or a pattern or like having a specific tail, as well as specific theme and furniture color. When you set up the scene, you're gonna see a small cutscene of the activity that you have put up for them, and these activities will move the time forward, so you will see the clock move from morning to evening. As your critters engage in different activities, they are gonna get tired, they're gonna need a break, so this will mark them unavailable for a time slot or to serve customers or to fulfill any bookings. And to regain their stamina, you can either go to the next day or you can give them treats. This is where you can use the map to teleport to the critter habitat, that. Your critters are gonna be roaming freely around there. I really like to see them run around, and you can use the bell to call them, and then you can brush and feed them, you can watch and play with them, and you can customize the area as well with different items. Again, here it's free, you don't have to use any coins for it, you just have to unlock the pieces. And the animations with the critters are very cute. I really like that they each have their own toy as well to play with, so the small attention to detail was fun to see. Back to the cafe, once your shift ends, you get a results sheet showing you the XP you have earned, as well as new furniture items you've unlocked, and perhaps themes and stuff like that related to bookings. And each piece comes with different swatches for a variety of colors. But this is where I need to mention the controls and a bit of the tedium in this game. So when customizing, you place things one at a time, which is annoying because that means, let's say you're putting a table of 6, you're gonna be going back to the menu 6 times to place those seats down. I might have missed a duplication button, so let me know if I did. Otherwise, the game just never mentioned that to me. Also, you can't see what direction the stools are in, for example, so I had customers sitting this way, and then I had to memorize which direction they sat in to adjust the seat accordingly. Add to that, the camera in general is irritating, especially when exploring outside. You can zoom in and out a bit, but most of the time, trees and objects will cover up the screen and making it annoying to traverse. So it reminded me a lot of the issue that I had with Amber Isle's camera if you watched that video. And having to keep pressing the sprint button on my controller or mouse and keyboard because you cannot toggle it on and off, it just added a layer of tedium. If I missed the option, let me know in the comments and I'll add it to the pinned comment because I'm pretty sure the bubbly community would love knowing that. In terms of settings, I'm glad that Critter Cafe has more options to play with than a lot of other recent cozy games we've seen where you just have like one preset to choose from. You can play around with things like shadows, reflections, post-processing, etc., and this helps run the game well on your PC. I didn't encounter any bugs or stutters or game-breaking problems, which was good to see, and my PC ran the game pretty well. Presentation-wise, I really love the pop of color here. I also like the world. It's very pretty to look at. It has this like Play-Doh style to it. I have no idea what it's called, but this like roundness, let me know what it's called. It's very cute, and the critter animations are very cute to see with cute sound effects to accompany them. The sound effects in general are good, but the music is so repetitive, so I had it turned off for most of my gameplay.
Want a bit of it?
But let's see, is Critter Cafe the game for you? Before we get into that, hello you gorgeous human being. It's so lovely to see you here. It's Miss Bubbles. If this video is helpful, squish the like and subscribe buttons because that helps YouTube find new cozy friends that will be interested in this video and might be wondering if Critter Cafe is the game for them. So we're gonna go with this game is for you if, not for you if, and my verdict. This game is for you if you love a low-risk cafe management game that is very minimalistic with not much to worry about. There's no combat, puzzles are really easy to navigate, and being able to customize freely without worrying about money can be a breath of fresh air. It's also for you if you like taking care of critters without having to worry much about them being sick or dying, like, you know, some other farming games. I mean, this is not a farming game anyways. And it's for you if you want a short game that you can complete in about. Critter Cafe, however, is not for you if you want a complex, cozy game with complex game features and things that add layers of depth into the gameplay loop. This took 500 times to say. It's also not for you if you like lively NPCs and building relationships with them. It's also not for you if you cannot tolerate NPCs that have this character design and you're looking for a story-heavy game. As for me, I'm very disappointed by this game and I'm not gonna be completing it. In 2 hours, I felt like I saw everything that the game has to offer. Then I pushed 3 more hours to get more footage and was just hoping that the gameplay is gonna get better. It was just a pain to play through. It was more like a chore kind of game for me. The gameplay loop is very shallow. The world, despite being pretty, feels very empty and boring, and to me, this game is very forgettable. I cannot justify its price point either, where there are so many other cozy games out there that are a lot cheaper or around the same price, but they give you a lot more to enjoy. It certainly has its audience, but I can easily say that myself and other cozy creator friends thought that this game is just boring and tedious and it just has nothing to offer in this space. So a part of me is very happy that I'm not the only one that feels this way, so like I don't feel like, oh, I'm just being too harsh on this game. But another part of me is like, This game could have had so much potential. It could have been a lot better. So if you want a more engaging and fun new cozy game to play, check out this video next. Thank you to my YouTube and Bubbly Patreons for making videos like this possible, and a shout out goes to the Game Dimension, Jake Logan, and Stephanie for going the extra mile. Until next time, stay bubbly.